Hi everyone, I'm popping out of the house this morning, getting ready to go paint. So I got my paint outfit on. I don't know if you can see the painty shirt there, but some of us have to work for a living, even people who do lots of scholarship. So the wife said I should talk about prophecy. We'll talk about prophecy. So you read the internet and, well, let's see, what should I talk about here? What was that video? Oh, okay, so there's a lot of people saying that, oh, Iran's going to attack Israel. Iran's going to attack Israel. You see video after video, article after article, article after article. Well, they've been wanting to attack Israel for the last 40 years or so. Well, ever since the Ayatollah took over Iran. And they say they hate Israel, and they say they want to attack Israel, and they say they want to attack Israel. And they don't attack Israel. They try to get nuclear weapons, they enrich uranium, things are discovered, but they don't attack Israel. So when is Iran going to attack Israel? Well, who knows? The likelihood that Iran could attack Israel was just as great last year, just as great the year before, just as great 5 years ago, just as great 10 years ago, maybe even 15 years ago. The probability they'll attack Israel is the same next year for all we know, in 5 years, in 10 years for all we know. We don't know. But the internet acts like it's going to happen tomorrow. I've even seen headlines that, kind of like a gotcha headlines, that imply that that it's actually happening right now, when actually you read the article or you listen to the video and it says, and nothing's actually happening. Okay, so all I'm saying is, and I hear this from Christian influence sources or channels supporting Israel a lot, and I won't name them right now, but you'd think the end of the world and the next war is going to happen right now. Okay, so this is the rumors part of rumors of war, I guess, and what I say is basically you should ignore it until it happens. So a lot of this expectation is, it's it's like fanning the flames for prophetic fulfillment right now. It's a hot button issue, I guess. Nobody takes any interest until the bullets are flying. So then everybody implies that bullets are flying when they're not. Okay. So we're full of a world of propaganda. Okay. So one of the biggest propaganda things in the Christian world is that the final end times are on us right now. It'll happen right now. We're going to get the Antichrist and the Beast and the New World Order. But coming from a Torah observant point of view or a Messianic point of view, and by this I don't mean primarily Messianic Judaism, because they have a blind spot on this too. I hope I turn the volume down here a little bit so I'm not breaking up like last time. Okay, so their point of view is that there's only one part of Israel, and that's Jewish Israel. Okay, and they are neglecting that there's the house of Israel out there that was scattered against among the nations, and they don't really want Gentile inclusion in Israel. They don't want non-Jews, which would be a better term, okay, because Gentiles are the nations. But those who have come to Yeshua and have pledged their faithfulness to Yeshua, okay, to use the proper phrase there, they have become part of Israel, but they're more affiliated with the northern kingdom. So if you read Ezekiel 37 about the house of Joseph and the Israelites associated with Joseph, and the house of Judah and the Israelites associated with Judah, you will find that there's two parts to Israel that were divided in the 10th century BC. Okay, so the division of the kingdom was in 982 BC, okay, and have been divided ever since. Now, in the prophetic paradigm, these two parts of Israel are given separate destinies. They're mentioned separately until they come back together, okay? So the Messianic Jewish part of Israel is they're saying that they're the fulfillment of both houses. Well, this isn't true, okay? And I've talked about Deuteronomy 30 before, okay? It says that when Israel is restored to the land, they will be repentant. They will be observing God's law. So what do we see in Israel today? Well, Zionism was a secular movement, okay, and I'm not dissing the religious Jews who supported Zionism, or even the secular Jews who supported Zionism. But it was a nationalistic movement. Okay, so I'm not criticizing them for what they did. I'm only pointing out what's omitted. And what's omitted is the Torah observant part as prophesied in Deuteronomy 30. Okay, so their Jewish part of Israel is legitimately Israel. Okay, there are people out there who deny that. They'll spout off things like the Khazar theory, or that Jews really aren't descended from Israel, all of this nonsense, okay? And if they just stop and think about it, who cares if there's non-Jewish blood in Jews or not? It's irrelevant religiously, because a person can always convert to their truth and their bloodline doesn't matter, okay? But maybe prophetically to God, bloodline matters at some point, as I'm saying here, but spiritually it doesn't, okay? So there's a restoration for Israel that has yet to happen before the end comes, okay? So if you look in Revelation chapter 7 or so, you see all the 12 tribes of Israel are in the land before they flee into the wilderness, okay? So there has to be a restoration of Israel in a kingdom age before the end can come. And then the end comes at the time of Jacob's testing, Jacob representing all 12 tribes of Israel and not just Judah and the tribes associated with Judah. Okay, so there has to be prophetically a remaking of Israel where all the non-Jewish Israelites, or what I would call Ephraimites, Ephraim becomes the fullness of nations, have to come in. And I expect this period of restoration to happen, and this is my speculation, okay, actually I probably have the best chronological reasons in the world for holding it, but I should still label it an opinion, okay, and that is that 2,000 years after the crucifixion, that this will begin to unfold, okay? And so while Christians who don't think they're part of Israel because they're dispensationalists and all, but really they've named the name of Christ, okay, they've taken on his name, are going to discover who they really are, okay? And while they exist among the nations, really the devil can't take over in the way that he really wants to take over, okay? He has to let my people go, let Israel return, and go to the Holy Land. And the map, by that time, I think the map will be redrawn. And I think that what modern Israel doesn't see coming down the line. Now, there's a lot of stuff on the internet saying, oh, Israel's going to lose. Israel's going to lose. So if you ever listen to Scott Ritter, okay, so there's definitely anti-Semitism coming out of Scott Ritter's point of view, okay, and he's saying, well, Israel's going to be defeated, or Israel is heading for extinction,